was a morning in July in 1690. Two great armies were converging on the river Boyne. On the left you had King James of Scotland with 26,000 men. James arrived at the Boyne first and set up his great tents and cannons, and he waited. On the other side you had King William, Prince of Orange, with 30,000 men. As William rolled through the narrow country lanes of Ireland on that hot sunny July morning in 1690, he was armed with the latest in artillery that day. Finally William too arrived at the Boyne and set up camp and prepared to do battle. Then at 8 o'clock on the morning of the 1st of July 1690, the Battle of the Boyne started. The fighting lasted throughout the day until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. "1,500 men were killed on that day. James fled the battlefield and William, Prince of Orange, was victorious. Sound your drum and flash your sword. Wade into King James's horde. Watch the wind and trust the Lord, for we'll die for our Isle, William. On Boyne's great shore that glorious day, 30,000 that beat their way. For Orange we fight, and for Orange we'll say, we'll die for our Isle, William. Sound your drum, flash your sword.
Good afternoon. 12th day of July. Feels weird, doesn't it? It feels really, really strange. I don't know. I've been trying to psych myself up for it and really enjoy it, and it's been lovely. We had my family in today for a socially bubbly, distanced picnic in the garden, and I've got to see two bands today, which has been brilliant. But it's also weird. It's weird. It's very, very weird. But
I got to see three.
You got to see three. But, you know, like, it's strange. So tell me in the comments what you have been doing today, how you've been enjoying it. I just can't wait to next year till we get back to normal. That's all I can say. So let me know what all you have been doing today with your family and friends. And I can't wait to hear all your different stories and where you're at, or whether you plan for later on, or whatever you may do. And looking forward to it. And I'll get saying hello to everyone. We have a lot of music to go through. So today's program has been chosen totally by you. There is no bands selected in here unless you requested them. So remember, I always said, don't complain if your band is not featured today, because you choose them, okay? So these are all chosen by you, the audience. I have to say, you guys have some weird taste. Weird taste. There's some of them you've only sent like clips of like 50 seconds. Why? Why not give me a longer clip? But it's maybe just as well because we have 79 different bands for you today. So the show's going to take about 2.5, 3 hours. So get your bums comfortable, because the first one up on our parade today is Ballynahinch Protestant Boys. This is them playing in Ballynahinch last year at the Marie Curie. They did a donation for Marie Curie, so they're all wearing the same t-shirt. And this is their first band here leading off our parade on our virtual 12th of July. great by Balnahinch there, and also given money to charity as well, because I know that what they do is they sell their band members those t-shirts, and then that raises their money for charity cancer research there at Marie Curie Fund. Now, we have little time for talking today because we've got so much to get through. So our next band, Balnahinch Protestant Boys was requested by Jeff Burtney. Jeff, I hope that you enjoyed that one. Our next one was requested by Robert Goldsmith. Robert, I know you're watching because I saw your comment already on the YouTube, or in the comments. This is Six Counties Protestant Boys, and they are playing in Carrick in 2017. I love listening to that band. I wish they stayed for longer than a year, but well, at least we had them for that year. Now, we are moving on really quickly. 79 different bands to get through, your requests only. I'm going to try and read some of the comments. I'm just going to go back as far as I can, so apologies if I've missed yours. Hi to Hilary Ann McGuigan. Stephen Powers saying, having a good day from loyal Coleraine. Anne Heineman and Roy are watching in Portrush as always. Billy McDonald says he is just back from a band parade. Trevor Monaghan says hi to everyone. Andrew has said he has seen about 20 with all the different clips. I haven't watched any yet, so I'm going to watch this evening. Stuart and Dorothy are watching in Clough County Down. Robert Smith says, thanks, Roy, for your videos earlier. Roy, were you posting videos earlier?
I've been mic muted. Yeah, I went live from North Ballymena, Protestant Boys, who were up, did Ballymena Town Centre this morning, the only band to do the town centre. I then was down at Lisburn, as being a bit of a marshal with them. I went live with them for a little bit, and then Rascal.
So you've been in your travels today?
Yeah, I'm knackered now.
My travels existed on a few minutes up the road to get watching the Freeman playing outside an old folks home up the road. And I have to say, all credit to Freeman. They really observed the social distancing. The band were really spread out. They were fantastic. And the residents loved it. They look forward to it every year, every 12th morning, the band, and then Ballashane as well, play there. Then Pride of the Band came by the house, which was great to see as well. So,
well, I always have to say, all the
local
bands I saw were all social distance.
Fine rightly, when it comes to the media, tomorrow and Wednesday we're going to be slaughtered right, left and centre. I don't know. I just despair at times. But anyway, let's not get down about that today. Walham is saying regimental band. Well, does that mean you were with the regimental band today, or you would like to see the regimental band? If you wanted to see the regimental band, it's too late. You should have had your request in when we asked for all the 12th day requests. Victoria Sheridan is here. Hi to Victoria. And I think I also saw David commenting later on. Brian Williams is watching in Dundee. Gerald Smith says Garth Smith says he lives at the bottom of the Donegal Road, so he was able to hear the bands from where he lives. There wasn't that many though, obviously, but it was nice to hear them. Have a great day. Looking forward to the show. Thank you, Gareth. John Stan says flutes and drums of Donaghadee, please. Once again, John, too late. If your request wasn't in, it's not going to be included today. William Callahan was out a wee dander with Ballantyre and then out to see Ardicliff. So we're in McCloskey then with Ballantyre round the village. That would have been lovely. William Fenton's watching, as is Noel Thompson. John Hewitt says he's watching from Liverpool today. Everyone should have been in Belfast today. In particular, that's everyone in the band, etc. Carl went down to Newton Church to see Red Hand Defenders. Was excellent, good, and best wishes to my good friend there, Davy Clark, who I also saw watching. Richard Class was saying watching some of the live videos over in Scotland. Edward Fellow says he hasn't seen any bands. He's been listening to Boyne Radio. Sorry, Edward, I just feel so sorry for people today. Gerald Millen says welcome as Clint Eastwood is staying. Make my day. Stephen Parry says we need Pride of our Down or Freeman Memorial. Again, oh my goodness. I have this old feeling I'm going to get fed up saying that. Joyce Logan Wilson said Dungiven Crying Defenders. I can't speak. Created Burnfoot. Samuel Martin and Daphne are watching in Moneymore. Roy O'Brien's joined. He is working from home today. Of course, in England, you don't have today as a public holiday. Christine McCracken is watching. Hi, Christine. Hope you are keeping well. Guy Bryan parade at Ballinamallard at 1 p.m. It says, so strange yet nice to actually get to do something for the 12th. William Fenton at the lodge meeting this morning raised the banner at the front of the Holland and everything just as we normally would on a 12th morning. Robert Goldsmith marched through his garden for about 20 minutes. Well done. He says, some of my gnomes' colour partly were slightly worse for the wear. They've probably spent too long at the bonfire last night. So, Jodie Park, I hope you are watching because you requested a little bit of Constable Anderson Memorial. And this is them on this day last year. few more of our comments there. Jim Elliott is watching. Nicola McElravy. Hi, Nicola. I was talking to you earlier. Stephen Neely. Alan Knox is watching as well. Andy B. Alan McElravy. Gary Denham says, happy 12th, 13th. He's currently working and hating it. Oh, God love you. Stephen Stafford is watching. Betty McCubbin, of course, from Scotland. Hi, Betty. God bless you all, she says. Stephen Neely wants a shout out to his dad, Ivan, as it was his birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday for yesterday, Ivan. Ian James McCook says, hello from Great Britain. Billy McDonald is Lisburn not broke up. Lisburn Young Defenders, of course, Roy was there. I had to think for a second there. And Robert Geddes says, brilliant this morning, Roy. Thank you all from the Lisburn Young Defenders headquarters. So they're still in the go then. That's good to hear.
Yeah, from what I can gather, they sort of made a few phone calls last night, see if any of the old members could sort of meet up, and they just got together and I tell you what, see, for a band that's been off the road for a few months, they sounded amazing.
Do you know I wouldn't care a band was playing Three Bowed Mice today. I would still think they would sound amazing. And on to our next band. This is Ardara Accordion, who were requested by James Johnson, and this is them in 2018 at the Mullabrack Accordion Parade. I should have said at the beginning, I hope you all like the sash, because there's an awful lot of the clips that everybody picked playing the sash.
What is that tune? I've never heard it before.
You never heard that one before? Yeah, no, it's not very popular.
Oh, can I just say, I want to say a big, massive thank you to Lisburn Young Defenders for being brave and allowing me to fly the drone over their heads.
Ooh, wow. And I've seen you're driving in a car, so that is like, that's taking their life in their hands.
Yeah, and poor Naomi, because I had it nearly in her face at one stage.
Goodness. Joanna's telling Billy that she thinks the joke about Lisbon young defenders is played out by now, but
nope,
I know
definitely not.
I think Billy is just, I think they just like to annoy me, Joanne. They're just getting at me more so than at the band. But yeah. Now let's see, who else have we got out there? Andrew Irvin watched a clip earlier, and apparently TV cameramen were told to make sure they filmed no social distancing. Oh my goodness, really? So the cameraman came out with the instructions not to film things that weren't socially distanced. Is that what you're saying, Andrew? That's terrible. Terrible. Willie Patrick is watching in Lisburn. Lisa is just back in. Lisa Leslie, not our Lisa, is just back in from watching the Carrick Defenders and Ulster Grenadiers in Carrick. Billy Gray's on. Hi, Billy. I'm so glad to see you on. Hope you are keeping well, and make sure you stay calm. Ian is watching from Somerset in the UK. Tommy Mitchell is watching from Manchester. Our Lisa said she went down to the bottom of the road to watch Pride of the Hill Carnmoney. And William Callahan just walked from the hall to the end of the road and back again. That would be in McCoskin with Ballantyre. Mark Freeman was out with Market Hill Protestant Boys. Jim Watson is watching from Glasgow. Harry Beatty is watching from Hertfordshire. Wonderful. Glad to have you along with us, Harry. Hope you enjoy it. Neil Henry says the Pride of the Birches played yesterday at Hamilton Court Nursing Home in Armagh to celebrate the 12th. And Nicola says that hi all, watching from Ballymoney. Wendy Brown says the Lambegs were Coleraine Town Centre. Yes, I could hear them, Wendy. I just couldn't muster up the energy to go down and watch them. Michael Yip is watching. Hiya, Michael. Congratulations to you and also to Willie on the birth of the next generation of Liverpool supporters. We just have to keep people like Roy and that, they're outnumbered. Andy and Carl McCacken are watching. Muriel. Oh my goodness, I do apologise. So not only have I put bands off the road, I am now giving people sick changes. I mean, I'm just full of the wonders, aren't I? Partick Protestant Boys on the list. No, they are not, because nobody asked for them. So today was totally, the playlist today is totally determined by you. And speaking of which, the next band was requested by Richard Whiteside. This is Points Past Silver, playing extremely well in Scarva at the Centenary Parade service. again. I'm losing so many comments because there are just so many comments come in, and my screen will only display so many, and then it starts, truncating the top ones. So Olga is watching from Finvoy. Shirley says the Freeman must have come back in from Wimpy Hall as they just went past me yet. So where are you now? Were you watching in your house, or where were you? This is my sister, by the way. That's why I can ask these types of questions. I'm not just being nosy to somebody random. AWOL is watching from a drizzly Cornwall. Morris said, well done, proud of the band for taking in most of the town today. A bit of a dander, sounded great, well done. Janet Wilson sends love from Liverpool. Edward Fellows says, drums at the back, nearly, but of course there was in our Dara accordion there was one tiny little cute drummer at the front. Hi, Sean Blair, good to see you on, and I know that the Hegels were out around Ballinamore this morning. Paul Ewan is listening for Sonny Sheartown. Brenda Coates says, go on, you lot. It's brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant, aren't they, Brenda? Malcolm McBroom and Tracy is watching. Hi to you both. Hope you've had a wonderful 12th day. Stephen Neely, we've already talked to you, Stephen. Rabglen Holmes is on. Margaret Ann Gordon is listening in Stranraer. Eleanor Houston says she loves the accordion. She used to play it with the Sons of Scotland accordion band with her dad, brothers and sisters. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's all about those family connection. Rab Conville has joined us. Welcome, Rab. Walter Houston is watching from New Stevenson in Lanarkshire.
And guess what?
No.
Guess who's watching from Collybaggy?
Rebecca.
Yeah.
You're going to be so happy because you're
Rebecca and Jordan are watching from Collybaggy.
You're going to be happy then because the next band is your request. It is, of course, none other than Collybaggy Main Defenders. This is them playing and relaxing and enjoying themselves at the Apprentice Boys Parade in 2019. Collybaggy Main Defenders there. I think it's fair to say they've maybe had too many drops of the amber nectar on parade there. So, but Rebecca, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that one. A few more shout outs. Alistair is watching in Ballyclare. Jensen says, hello. Hiya, Jensen. How did you enjoy your day today? Hope you had a wonderful day and even got out with band a little bit. June Clyde is watching, as is Eddie Torney. Alan Knox says, good afternoon, Robert Dean. Hiya, Robert. Stephen Claire Robertson is watching from Glasgow. Tasha Brennan is watching from Cleveland, USA. I was supposed to be home right now with my family, so this is brilliant. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tasha, you couldn't get home to see your family, but it's lovely to have you online, and hopefully next year you'll be able to come and join us. Gillian says that Jensen says we have to tell you he's practicing his swagger lots. That is fantastic, Jensen. I hope you are getting really good at it. I can't wait to see you on the road and playing it. So our next band up is Ballyhalbert Flip Band, again requested by Eddie Torney, who I think is online, and I saw your name a few seconds ago, Eddie. So I hope you enjoy this. This is them in Ballykeel Parade in 2019. Lovely sound there from Ballyhalbert, and rightly proud you should be of them, Eddie. Richard Class is watching from Glasgow. However, normally watching from Glasgow, but today watching from Belfast is Harry MacArthur. Harry, lovely to see you over. It's just a pity it's in such circumstances. I'm sure you probably would have been over parading or something today. Colin is watching from Belfast, and Jeffrey wants me to give a wee shout out for Connor LOL 555. So I think I've just done so. That was, of course, Points Bass playing the March Villager, playing it very well. Robert Mack is watching from Glasgow. Keith McCormick wants to know what t-shirt have I on today. I just have a normal wee t-shirt on, Robert. It's got wee red background, wee white flowers and lovely little blue petals. I've never ever seen flowers with blue petals, but I thought it was appropriate for today. Gavin Haslett is just back from marshalling in East Belfast, East Bank Protestant Boys, around Irish Street Estate in Londonderry. The band sound at first class. That's brilliant, and we do have a clip of them on later on today.
And in case it was my t-shirt who's wandering about, I'm wearing a Pictures of Parade t-shirt today.
As long as it's not a Man United one, that's the main thing. Moving very quickly on to our next request. The next request, again by Rebecca. Rebecca, you requested an awful lot of bands. Thankfully and luckily for you, they were all different bands, so that meant we could include them. Where multiple people have requested the same band, we've just lumped the clips all together and just taken one of the clips, okay? But this is Drumahagels, Young Defenders, playing at Dervock Parade in 2019. Great sound in there from Jorma Higgles. I think they call that the marches. I'm not 100% sure. It's either the marches or the jigs. It's something as simple as that. Now, Alexander Brown is watching in Stevenson, Ayrshire. Elaine Tusher is watching from Lisburn. And Craig Curry says, afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great 12th celebrations. Robert Abercrombie is watching from Govan, and Claire Sweeney is watching from around the corner. I hope your dog is continuing to dance to the bands, Claire. Davia Pritchard is watching, as is Betty McCubbin. Oh no, I've mentioned you've been watching, Betty. You're not watching again. Chrissy Cunningham says, hi, Valerie and Roy from Glasgow. Hope you're all having a great day. It's a strange day, Chrissy. I can't say it's a bad day, but I can't say it's the usual, if that makes sense in any ways. Eleanor Houston says that it brings back great memories for her because she loves the 12th. Ellen Dixon is watching. Hiya, Ellen. Lovely to see you online. You've maybe just been sweeping through and saw this, so hopefully you've enjoyed it enough to stay tuned. Trevor Stewart's watching, as is Jean Miller, and Adrian Kerr is watching from Ballymena, asking, is there any footage of Pride of the Main? Yes, there absolutely is. We've got a clip from them on later on. Today's footage is completely requested by you. You sent me your clip. You chose your clip, so therefore you are responsible for what we're playing today. And the next band is, as mentioned just a few seconds ago, Eastbank Protestant Boys. This is them playing in 2019 at the Campsie Club Parade. Just got a wee message there from the BBC looking to see what my availability is tomorrow morning for a live interview and how the 12th went. So is that going to be a good interview? Is that going to be a bad interview? Oh, I don't know. Right, so where are we now? Let's carry on. Sharon Black's asking for anything of Monaghan, Old Fife and Drum. No, Sharon, I don't believe they're on the playlist. I don't think any requested or anybody sent in a clip for them. Alexander says that his internet went off there for a moment. I'm not sure whether it was yours or not, Alexander. Roy had a little technical freeze there during the middle of Collybaggy's video. Music carried on playing, but the image froze for whatever reason. So I hope we're not going to have gremlins throughout today's show. Gillian says that Jensen says thank you, Valerie, and he got to do a tiny bit today, but he wasn't allowed to do his dinger press-ups. Bad, Mummy said no. Jensen, let me let you into a wee secret. You see, when you're at the front of the band, your mummy can't stop you. So if you want to do your press-ups in front of the band when the band's stopped, just go ahead and do them, okay? Don't tell her I said that, okay? I'm not getting in trouble.
Really? totally agree. Just do.
I am now going to get Jensen's mum coming online and going, what did you tell him? What did you tell him? Anne wants to know, come in some bands from Lisburn. Paul McPeak has joined from Coleraine. Carl Wilson is watching from Croydon in London. Lovely to have you along with us. And Stacey Mackay is listening in from Ballynear there. She's wanting something from Lisnagrot. Unfortunately, nobody requested or sent me a clip for Lisnagrot, so they're not there. Faye Devaney says, I hope you enjoy it. Carl, watch out for my band. I'm trying to remember. Has someone requested a clip of Dunloy? I think I did get a clip. Yes, I did. We did get a clip of Dunloy sent in. So they are on today. Ronald Allen is watching from Portadown in Northern Ireland. Olga Hutchinson is asking for any of Donamoney from last year's 12th. Donamoney is one of the bands that I don't believe anybody sent me a clip for. So today is totally your choice. If your band is not on, only one person to blame. Every single clip that was sent to us, we are playing it. And that includes the next one, which comes from Ballylesson Old Boys. This was sent from Ian Patterson. So this is one of the ones I was talking about. This is a 33-second long clip, Ian. You could have sent us a longer one, but you sent it. That was our deal. Any clips that you sent me, we will play today. And this is Ballylesson Old Boys in Newcastle in 2018. All 33 seconds of them. That's all we have of Ballylesson Old Boys, who I normally enjoy listening to. So the next time I make an offer for you to send me a clip, and send me a longer one. The next band was requested by quite a few. Not only did Rebecca Marks request them, but also Andrea Harrison and Sammy Bones. This is Ballycraigie Sons of Ulster playing at the Easter Monday Parade in Ballynahinch in 2017. Lovely to have a little bit of Ballycraigie on the show today, as always. Now, Roy is in a little frizzy there because I didn't give him very long between exercises. Just, well, I'm good and quick at getting the next clip ready, so we'll give him a little bit of breather time. Do a few comments. John King says it's great to hear something.
Going very potatoey. You're starting to speak like a Dalek.
My internet?
Yes.
My internet should be fine. Everything looks fine here.
Everything just went very potato there coming through, and you were coming through, and the sound to me it was like very potatoey. So it's.
And it's sounding okay now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gone
Weird.
fine now. but it just
Okay.
as you were speaking.
Let me know if it happens again. I don't know if it happens again. John King says, great to hear some great band on the day. Hello to all in Noma District number 11 and to Gilly Gully LOL 339. Andrea Aaron Gillis is asking for some Sons of William Cookstown. We do have some. Someone did send in the clip. Glenn Woods is watching from Lambeg. Sharon Black is wishing everyone a happy 12th. And the same to you, Medina. Brian Moreland is watching from Govan. Adrian McElvena is watching. Adrian is great at sending me clips that he thinks would be good for the show. Keep it up, Adrian. Lovely to always have them. John Black is watching from Liz. McDonald is watching. Anne Burgess is watching from Stockport, Manchester. Craig Curry is happy to see Sam and the pups out marching over the weekend. Yes, fantastic news for everyone who isn't aware. The pups have actually made it in front of a live band. They were parading in Larne on Saturday. It was wonderful to see. Sam says they took to it like a duck to water. You'd have thought they had been doing it all their lives, which is fantastic. Because I have to admit, I was a little bit worried that they, because the way when the bass drum goes, you can just feel it in there. And I was worried in case that would maybe scare them too much, but they just on perfect. And of course they have Ghost there who was leading them in superb fashion, and Sirius always was being the little scamp that she is, but it was fantastic to see all three of them and Ashley as well out on parade, and hopefully it's the first of many parades. Now, talking about young ones, let's have a look at this next drummer. This clip was requested by Adele Miller. Adele, I hope you're watching because you requested Clockfern Young Conquered playing Running Bear. Look all the age and the style of this drummer. Oh, sorry, I've jumped too far ahead.
You jumped again. You're giving me heart attacks here. You are giving me total heart attacks. Me sitting was the next it was an accordion. Imagine jumping the accordion. Yeah, my mic's on. Everybody can hear me. Imagine giving me heart attacks. I'm sitting here and jumping in an accordion band of all things, Valerie. You jumping in an accordion band. I can understand you jumping Blood and Thunder, but jumping to Blood and Thunder and over an accordion band.
I know. I apologise to Gary Bryan because Gary, this is your clip. You had requested Ballinamallard accordion. This is them at their 50th anniversary parade. And then we'll go for it.
I did press a button to mute, it just didn't take it. So True and Trusty, I don't know. It's just today's not the day to do this to me. Just be nice to me today, okay? I've got such a sore head. True and Trusty there played. I couldn't think what I even said. True and Trusty played by Ballina Mallard there. I love that wee march, and it seems to be still very popular. It's been about for a long time, and it seems to still be very popular with accordion bands. Now, where are we at? Panther Man is watching from Sydney, Australia. It's lovely to have you on board with us. Hopefully you're enjoying our music there. Let me just go back here a little bit because I've missed a couple. Well, I've missed more than a couple. Missed an awful lot actually. Bill Cunningham says that this morning in Armagh they had a memorial service to the murdered brethren and Armagh True Blues parade at the town. William Adams is watching from down there in Portrush. I know you had your sash in your window as window decoration. Richard McCauley is also watching. Hopefully Ballywillan did something this morning. Hilda wants to know any of the Coal Rain bands. Yes, I do believe there's at least 2 within the list today. Sandra says that Wee Sambo Lane loves the bands. Anne Smith is watching from White Inch in Glasgow. Andrew, I'll not even repeat what you have told me to tell the BBC. You know what? The way I look at it, Andrew, is if we don't tell our own story, someone else tells it for us. So we might as well tell our own story. It'll never be positive, you can put it like that, but we'll do the best we can. Alex says, do you have any of Dykehead Sons of William? We don't. Alec, today our clips are totally chosen by you. Everyone was warned that on the 12th day, if you didn't submit your clip for your band, it wouldn't be included. So I'm afraid they are not included. However, the next band are. They are Cloughfern Young Conkers playing Running Bear. And I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. Take a look at the age and the style and the talent of this young drummer. Having a lot of fun with that one, and I'd say that is at the end of the parade when they are just about ready to finish. Hi to Jason Scott, who's watching in Baileystown. William is watching from Cumullen in Ayrshire. Vera Ann is enjoying the band. She's watching from Bangor. Sandra Lane is in Antrim. Bill Cunningham says Gordon Byrne calls well. Gordon Burney calls well here in Armagh. No surrender. Sorry, maybe you're talking to someone else. Hi to Mark Anderson, to Gordon, who's watching from Thornton in England. I'm just looking down through. It's very hard. I have to sort of like read it before I speak, because then it might be an answer to someone else. What about playing some brass bands? There are many out there. Samuel Fleck Colvin. I absolutely know. We've already had a brass band on here, and I think we've a couple more coming up throughout the show. Today's show is totally decided by you. So we had put up a clip several weeks ago, or a post several weeks ago, and told us for you to send your clip. This would be all that would be played on the 12th of July. I don't intend this to be a 2-hour show, but we have 79 different bands to cover. So I think it's probably going to be a 2.5, possibly 3-hour show instead. We're already past the first hour of it. So let's keep moving. So if you are looking for a band and you didn't send me in a clip, and no one else has sent me in a clip, then I'm afraid they aren't included, okay? So our next band is actually, I saw someone there saying that they were missing being in East Belfast today and seeing all the Orange Men, the bands. Hopefully this will give you a little bit of one. This is an oldie. This is a really oldie. Again, it's one of those short ones. It's only 37 seconds, so be ready, Roy. This is Ballymacart Defenders on the 1st of July, 1995. That's it. That's all there is. 37 seconds of Ballymacart. Billy McGinn, next time send me a bit of a longer clip. I love listening to Ballymacart. And I remember them being on TV, was it the Kelly Show, with those exact uniforms. Now, Craig Curry wants to know, is it me or does it always rain at Ballinamallard's parade? And Gary has come back to say, yeah, it does rain at a lot of their parades, but they do get dry at the odd time. Listen, there's a great saying about we're neither something or sugar and we're not going to melt. So like the rain doesn't affect us. We're used to it by now. We're hardy beasts. Walter Houston says he's born and bred in Nelson Street. John Higgins is joined. Hiya, John. Hope you're keeping well today. Joanne Ellis is in Liverpool watching from the Marebank. Morag is loving this. Glad you're enjoying it, Morag. Robert said that the young drummer there for Cloughfern was absolutely fantastic, and he was indeed. I mean, such young talent. Hiya, Billy King. I'm glad to see that you are watching, as is Victor Brownlow. Elizabeth Ashford, yes, this was the one I'd read, watching from East Belfast and Donald, and really missing not seeing the Orange Men, Women and Bands watching this year. Hopefully that wee clip from East Belfast made you feel a little better. As hopefully does the next clip. This was requested and sent to us by Jordan Winton and is Drumderg loyalist from Kitty, playing at Dunloy Accordion Band in 2018. Bodden of Main Street there in Ballymoney by the looks of things for the Drumderg guys. Now, a few more comments because we've got something like 50 still to get through that I haven't even read yet. Chrissy says, it looks like I have an intruder. Actually, it's my teenage son. We keep warning him that when I'm talking, not to go behind me because then he'll be seen in camera. And you know what teenagers are like about being in public, but sometimes he forgets. Let's see a few more comments down here. Joanne, oh no, I said Joanne Ellis is watching in Liverpool. Isabel McFitzgerald is watching in Kettering in Hamptonshire. Welcome aboard, Isabel. We're here every weekend. Every Friday and Saturday night. Stephen Kelly wants me to give a shout out to Glenn Nichol, who is watching in McCoskin. So hi to you both. Lawrence Hamilton says, have the best day, everyone watching from Neptune in England. Lovely to have you along with us, Lawrence. Hope you are enjoying the music on this wonderful day. Anne Lewins is asking about pipe bands. I think there's at least one request for a pipe band in there, and it wasn't something that people sent in. And as I keep saying, today was compiled by you guys. You guys choose the clips, which is why we probably have about 30 bands out of the 79 playing the sash, because I wouldn't have had it so many times. Now, Eleanor Houston is watching, as is Alan Holland. Liam Hegarty is watching in Coatbridge in Scotland. Johnny McCann is late because he was in Analong with the band. Well, I think you're forgiven for that one there. Michelle Newell is watching in Carrick-on-Fergus with the car at the harbour having a wee picnic. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. The Alexander Hay family are watching as usual. Morag Lovelock is watching from Harthill, and Robert Goldsmith as well, done to the Blair Memorial Flute Band for parading in Oma today. The top class colour party. Oh yes, that was Drumderg. Yeah, they have a superb colour party. Elaine says she can still hear Pride of Ballymacash going. Richie Mack says hi from Liverpool to us all, and Alan Massey is watching. Good to have you on board, Alan. Jackie Anderson says love to see the video of Pride of the Govan Glasgow. Simple answer is, Jackie, if someone submitted one for the 12th day program, then you'll see it. If they didn't, then I'm afraid you won't. Sorry. Bobby Cameron says hi from Aberdeen. Robert Goldsmith says it's a little bit drizzly up in Oma today. It's actually quite nice. Oh, sorry, I was reading another comment there. Brian and Leslie in Armagh are watching. She wants to hear a band playing Marching On Together. Brian, again, I don't know whether anyone has submitted a clip. I don't remember seeing that or hearing that when I was reviewing them all, I have to say. Andrew is watching from Lark Hall. Leanne is watching from Bishop Auckland. Lovely to have you on board, Leanne. Hope you're enjoying your day there. Or, well, it's morning there, isn't it? Morning at the moment, or very, very late at night, one of the two. Roddy is watching from Bridlington in East Yorkshire. Thomas says he is watching in between journeys in work. Just to make sure you're not caught. And hopefully you'll enjoy watching this next band. This was requested by Joshua Morris. It's his family band, Ballymajoch. Is that it? Recording band playing at Dunloy's Parade in 2017. that was True and Trusty again. Yeah, it was True and Trusty again. That's it's difficult for you guys when you are choosing clips to send to us, knowing what other people have sent to. So that's why it's kind of easier for us, because we know what all we've selected, so we can manage to not repeat tunes. Roddy Fraser is watching from Bridlington in East Yorkshire. I might have announced that one before. Apologies, but you're going to get said hello to twice, Roddy. So love to have you with us. Ian Thompson is watching in Liverpool. George is watching from Clochy. Kenny is watching from Larne, the home of Drummond's accordion. And Barry Foster is watching in Falkirk. Lovely to have you all on board, as it is lovely to have John Forrest on watching from Blackpool, Jeanette Stevens from the Craiga Estate, and J.D. Bushell, who is watching from Chadwell Heath in Essex.
Mind you, when you watch a band parade, you don't get to choose what songs the band plays going past you, so you could probably hear 2 or 3 times the same tune, so it just makes it more realistic, like a 12th of July parade.
I can remember the first year that Penny Arcade became popular with bands, and if I heard it once in a parade, I heard it 100 times over that year, to the extent where I was actually sick of hearing it. I always like bands being different and original, don't just copy everyone else.
There's only one band I actually like listening to playing Penny Arcade.
Who's that?
Cookstown Sons of William.
They do a great version. There are some great versions out there.
That's just the one that I'd sort of get.
Yeah. It's when you hear it just so much over and over and over and over again, to the extent where you think that's the only tune bands can play for a time, that it becomes a bit overkill. And then when you get a gap without hearing it again, you can appreciate it that much better the next time that you hear it. Now, Mark Anderson has requested for the next clip. This is Gorta Gilly Coronation Flip Band at Moneymore 12th Evening Parade in 2019. Oh, to be back doing this again. That we often have requests for in the programme, so it was nice to see them. Now, let's get a bit further on. Carl says that I pronounce Ballymajok perfectly. As Roy says, after how many weeks? 13, 14? I've lost count. After 3 weeks.
I think it was 10 weeks ago we first played them.
Right, okay, so we've been going since the beginning of...
17 weeks we've actually done.
Wow.
17.
Wow.
Because this is 36, and this is the second special, so I've been 34, which is 17 weeks.
Whew, who thought we would be here this long?
Imagine put up with me for 17 weeks.
Huh?
You need a medal. You put up with me for 17 weeks.
I know. How does Michelle do it? Robert Hill is watching from Oxfordshire. We've a lot of people on from England today, which is lovely to see, and hopefully that you can see our marching bands are extremely musical, extremely talented, and they're not offensive in any way, unless you wish to be offended. And I mean, that's the bottom line to it. I've just agreed there to go on to the BBC tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Well, they said 7:10. And there's no way I'm getting up at 7:10 tomorrow morning. So instead of 8 o'clock, so wish me luck. It's
I'll be listening.
It's probably going to be a all bands are bad type exercise. But
Keith, Valerie actually splashed out today. She's put me on quadruple time today. Because Keith asked if I'm a double time because it's bank holiday.
I did.
And
Your
you
house
said you
liberal with my
agreed,
mother there.
you agreed I was getting quadruple time today.
Did I?
Yeah. Quadruple,
What?
quadruple zero, still zero. Like, that's beside the point.
Yous are very good spending my money here. You're nearly as bad as my son because he's very good at it. Now, where are we at on our messages? John Craig is watching from Ballymena, doing a good job. Doing a good job, guys. My head has been killing me the whole day, and I'm so stuffed full of headache tablets that I keep cleaning my glasses because I think everything's blurry, but my glasses are clean, so it must just be my eyesight. Becky is watching from Harlow in Essex. Welcome along, Becky. Eleanor Houston is watching, as is Reese Laird. Jim Steen is watching from Florida, USA, Northport in Florida, USA, to be exact. Welcome to you, Jim. Hope you're enjoying our bands here in Northern Ireland, and a mixture from Scotland as well. Tam is watching in Wishaw. Joan is watching in Kilray. She says, great work, Valerie. I am watching from Kilray. Lovely to have you on board, Joan. This is the Good Ship Virtual Band Parade. Brian says, my sister Margaret and Mark just arrived from Woodford. Brian is our ma once again. Great to get home, isn't it? Funny, the nicest bit always of going away is the coming home. And Jim sends greetings to you all from the USA. Loving having everyone on from across the waters everywhere. Garfield Gracie has joined. Garfield, lovely to see you on board with us here at the virtual band parades. Adam Elliott woke up to the Blair Memorial passing his flat, and he says that they were sounding well. Sharon Freeman has joined us from here in Coleraine. Sharon, hopefully you are cracking open the gin, and if you keep tuned, there is a little clip of yours on the show later on. Bobby Cameron is asking, have I got any of the, oh, sorry, wee message has come up there. Have I got any of the Cairncastle Flip Band, please, from Aberdeen? I'm not sure. I can't remember, Bobby, whether they're on the list or not. You're just going to have to keep watching. It'll be a surprise to me again. Roy, it might be the other way around. In other words, that you deserve the medal for putting up with me. Isn't that lovely that your mother sends messages in like that? Any much wonder I always say I'm adopted.
I love your mum.
That's because she gives you ammunition to slag me. Robert
I
says
just think she's a very balanced and wise person.
Robert says that given you and my son your money saves me giving it to China. China's been very quiet today. Must be out somewhere.
China has a shop open today. What are you talking about? Cash before sash?
Probably. Stephen Jones has joined down there in Portadown. Hope you and Shermaine are having a lovely day, Stephen. Chris Elliott has joined. I hope you and Laura have had a good day as well. Mum was saying she saw a couple of clips of you this morning. David Cowan is watching from Toronto. He says he wishes there was an Ards with the family. I know, it must be awful. I don't know how you could move away and then miss the 12th. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Betty says, I'm doing a good job from Sulker. I know, Betty, it's tough with the staff that you have. I mean, but, I just struggle on, do the best I can. Kyle says he is watching East Belfast Protestant Boys. So that's why China's not on. They're still going. Craig says that they're sounding good, better than Saturday night. So I'm assuming that is Oma that we're talking about. Now, let's go. Someone was saying about silver bands earlier on. I hope you're still tuned because there's one coming up. Very, very short clip, 49 seconds this time of Macklemore and silver, but sure, a little clip of silver is better than anything. Really wee short one there. Mark McKentry, try and find us a little bit of a longer clip for Macklemore. And we'll have it in some of our normal weekend shows because I do love me a silver band. Sharon says, hi from Newcastle on Tyne. Lovely to have you with us, Sharon. Leon is watching from Dromore in County Down. Gillian says that we aren't BBC fans as they approach just about Jensen's lockdown sign language videos for a programme to then tell us it wasn't current enough. It wasn't current enough? I'm guessing that, you know, like they don't mean his sign language wasn't current enough. Was it the advice that they were saying? It's a bit weird. But the fact that it was Jensen, like, how dare they? Oh, I'm offended for you. Robert Goldsmith says it's time for a burger. Well, my goodness, Robert, if you haven't had a burger by this time, there's something badly wrong. You normally would have been in the field having all the burgers. Enniskillen's Fusiliers sounded brilliant this morning, says Craig. And let's move on to another band sounding brilliant. This band was requested by Julie Dodd and also Joshua Morris, who is one of the many, many uniforms that he has hanging in his wardrobe. Roy and I were just wondering there, which uniform did you pick today, Joshua? This is Pride of Ballinran playing at Mourne Young Defenders Parade in 2019, and I believe there's a little bit of a drum solo clip at the beginning of this one. I was just looking through our list there. We're sitting here at 4:30 and we've got through 21 bands. So I need to talk less and we need to play more. So are you ready to get moving quickly with clips, Roy? Poor Roy's going to be under pressure at the other end. So next up for us is a band requested by Harry McCartney, who is, of course, over here in Belfast today from his usual location in Glasgow. And this is Hunter Moore Memorial playing at the Southdown Defenders Parade in 2018. Few more texts coming in. Penny Sutton Bedford is watching now from. Now, apologies because I'm going to strangle this one. Mississauga in Canada. Sorry, I think I've said that completely wrong, Penny, and I do apologise. But it is lovely to have you on board with us here at our virtual band parade, celebrating the 12th of July, obviously because yesterday was a Sunday, but it is lovely to have you. We're finding it really strange. It's weird. We would normally be out parading. Normally on the 12th day of July, I would be starting at 6:30ish in the morning, parading from our local Orange Hall into our main town, and then taking part in parade in the town, and then going to wherever the venue is, coming back, parading the town, and roughly finishing about 7:ish at night. So it's a long day. And it's very strange not doing that. It's really weird saying that you are missing not being out and at somewhere for 6:30 in the morning. But it's just what we're used to and what we love doing. It's always my favourite part of the day, I have to say. Catherine Donovan is watching from Hartlepool in England. Glad you're enjoying it, Catherine. Stay tuned. We're here every weekend on this slightly leaky ship at times. Diane Robertson is watching. I hope you are all having a wonderful time over there in the Mountjoy. Eleanor Houston again is watching. Muriel says that location that I butchered is actually just outside Toronto. And of course, the parade in Canada their 300th, was it the 300th anniversary parade? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, was cancelled this year as well because of the COVID. And there was a few of us actually trying to make plans to get over to it. I would have been trying to get over if I could, but it's like everything else that's gone by the wayside. Now, someone was telling me that Johnny McCann, you have been telling us lies. You said you were just in from Analong with the band. However, a little birdie tells me that you are sitting there in your pajamas. Did you just come straight in, get straight into your pajamas, or are you just out of bed? Tell the truth. Tell us what it actually is. Oh, my mum says that she knows the name of it because we have relatives there. We do? Which relatives? Time we were visiting them. Now, Diane says, hi, happy 13th, and the same to you. Well, it's today. Do you say today is the 12th or the 13th? You know, it's a little bit confusing this year. My poor dad this morning, he had a brain hemorrhage. It'll be 10 years ago in a couple of weeks. And he gets a little bit confused about things. So he couldn't understand why today the clock on my mum's car was saying the 13th, but she was taking him to see a band on the 12th. And then he was only seeing one band. So it's really, really strange for the older generation or those suffering from dementia, because it's the 12th, but not on the 12th, but it's not the 12th. Really weird. Really weird. Now, our next band up, our Hillhaven Flute Band. They are playing here at Portadown True Blues Parade in 2019. And this one was requested by Davy U. Pritchard. Great job from Hillhaven and good clip picking there by Davy. Now, our next tune up is by an accordion band. Do you see the way I have very cleverly split them all? It's like a Blood and Thunder, then accordion, and then maybe another Blood and Thunder, and then a part, and a melody, and a Blood and Thunder, and so on. You don't care. You just love the music. Admit it. Admit it. Now, the next one is an accordion requested by Keith Murphy. This is a Bloomhill Accordion Band on the Black Saturday in 2018. Well, that was a wee short one. 49 seconds there of Bloomhill. That's all we got. Now, if we can move on to the next clip, Roy, it is one of Roy's favourite bands, I have to say. While he's pulling it up, we're going to talk
It's
to...
up already.
You've got it up ready?
Yeah.
We're going to speak to and say hello to Carl Haggerty from Coatbridge in Scotland, to James Shankland, who is watching from the Glasgow and says he hopes everyone is having a great day. From Carl Dysart, who is watching in Coleraine, and also from I've lost the name there. Alex Brown, who is in England. He didn't say where. He says, any of Carrick Defenders. I live in England, but always have a wee play of them on the 12th. Unfortunately, I don't think they're on the list. Nobody submitted one of their clips for watching. So our next band is one of Roy's favourites. This is the County Flip Band, playing Mud Cabin, Banks of the Foyle and Derry's Walls at Cowden Bridge under the bridge in 2018. Love a little bit of the county, even though Roy can't tell the difference between them and the White Rock and Netherton Road.
There
He doesn't
is
even know
no
what...
difference between White Rock County and Netherton Road. It's just,
Oh,
and even Lisa's quiz proved me right, because nobody got it all right.
listen, we don't have time to get into this today. We're sitting here an hour and a half down. We're only 25 bands down, so we need to move quickly on to the next one, who are one of the bands you mentioned a few minutes ago, Cookstown Sons of William. This was requested by Billy McMenemy. I hope you're watching, Billy. And this is them at Dunloy's Parade. There's a lot coming up from Dunloy's Parade, but it's a really, Ballymoney's a really good route, because there's lots of great places to stop, entertain the crowd, and to play lots of good tunes. And this is them in 2016. Just had a message from BBC to say that the interview's at 7:10 tomorrow morning. 7:10. I didn't even know those numbers existed on a clock, for goodness sake. Oh, I'm not going to be sharp enough to deal with them at that time. Right, let's see. Robert Elliott is watching from High Clues, Mauchline. Great show, thank you. I think it's High Clues. I can't really see very well. Teal Sinclair is watching in Dover. Teal, you're becoming a bit of a regular. I think our bands are starting to grow on you. Glad you are enjoying them. Mary Fisher is watching here in Northern Ireland. Eleanor Houston is delighted there to hear the County Flute Band, as is Alex. Penny Sutton says we're playing at Wonderful Tunes. Penny is from Canada. And just for the benefit of those watching from further afield than Northern Ireland who maybe aren't aware, the musicians that you're watching are all self-taught or taught by non-professional musicians. These guys are all volunteers. They do this as their hobby. This is what they love to do. I mean, they just do not get the credit nor the recognition for the dedication or the talent and the work and effort that they put into to make an parade like this here week in, week out throughout the summer. So it's lovely that you're enjoying them, and we really do appreciate it. And hopefully you'll be able to tell all of your friends just how much you enjoyed them, and you can see that there is nothing, absolutely nothing offensive in anything that we do. Now let's move on to our next tune. Another cracking band. This is Ballykeel Loyal Sons of Ulster at their own parade in 2019. Great from Ballykeel, as always, playing it really well there at their own parade. And I love the way that the video followed them on route like that. Another accordion band coming up next, well, to be exact, 1 minute of an accordion band. This is the Orange and Blue accordion band from Clough, playing at Ballynahinch Parade in 2019. And this was requested by Courtney Stewart. So Courtney, I hope you're watching to see your request. short one there, but nice to hear all the same. Few more comments just to read out there. All of you appreciating the band and the music. Michelle is watching in Belfast. Robert suggests I pre-record the interview. Robert, that would take all their fun away of trying to trap me and get me to say things that I shouldn't say and to condemn the band and I just know what it's going to be like. Philip Laverty is watching in Ballybean. William John Daly is watching in One Day Hall. William, stay tuned. There will absolutely, of course, be some Balrasheen. It's 12th day. It's me. There has to be a little bit of the White Army. Penny says that all the bands are terrific. Thank you, Penny. We think so, and we're glad that you think so too. Irene Neal has sent us a little message. She said, thank you all for this. She says she's 71 now and probably not see another 12th of July parade. So again, thank you. Oh, Irene, hopefully you see many, many more. My parents are 74 and they are still loving the parades, although not so much this year, but hopefully you will be here for many, many more years to come. And honestly, it's people like yourselves and people who are watching the parades week in, week out and are so used to them that this has been done for. And I just wish there was something more that we could do for those of our elderly population who don't have internet and aren't able to watch online in the way the rest of us are.
And
so it's
just when you're talking about elderly people, no, I'm not talking about, just when you're talking about elderly people, not talking about you this time.
You're lucky.
My mum and dad are both in their 80s, and I just want to say a massive thank you to North Ballymena Protestant boys who stopped outside their bungalow this morning and played a tune for them. And it was my dad phoned me straight after it, and he had a tear in his eye because he had done 65 parades with Ballykeel, or 65 years with Ballykeel LOL 472 flute band.
Isn't that lovely? And I mean, it's amazing how much it means to people. I know that when my mum and dad celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, Balrasheen gave them a surprise concert in their backyard. This was obviously last August, and they loved it. My dad would be quite emotional and very sentimental about things like that there, and it was such a surprise for them. They loved it. He actually thought they were there collecting for something. He was actually in his pocket to give them money, and we were like, no, they're coming to play for you. They're not here to collect money. So it was lovely. And but bands are, I saw an advert or a write-up the other day about a band going to play Happy Birthday for a lady who just loved the bands. I know that there's so many bands over this past weekend have gone to old people's residential homes and have gone to places to ensure that those people who they do it every year for, and they love seeing the bands, and because they just don't get the opportunity and they don't have the mobility and so on to go and see them physically themselves. So like any of those bands who have done that this weekend, and again, it doesn't matter the religion of the people in those residential homes, they absolutely love it. And I'm so glad to see, and I think it's wonderful the way the bands do that there, and really I just do not think they get the credit they deserve. So Irene, I hope that you first of all, I hope that we're not online doing this by next year, but next 12th I want you to send the forum here page a little message to let us know that you're still there, still watching the parades, and hopefully will be for many, many years to come. Now, a few more quick comments because I am blithering far too much. As always, Alison wants to know any Londonderry bands. We had East Bank on just earlier on, Alison, and I know that there's a couple other ones later. Granny B is watching in Moneydig. Lovely to have you on, Granny B. William Winky Patterson is marching around his living room. Bill Cunningham says, Irene, he is a few years younger than you and he hopes to walk a few more 12ths yet. Absolutely. Totally. And I mean, another band who did something, the regimental band from East Belfast. Obviously, Ken Wilkinson, as you all know, was diagnosed with a terminal illness and wasn't expected to still be with us at this time of the year. So the regimental bands went the other day and played for him for the 12th. And he was loving it. And his next goal is, he says, I still want to be here for Derry Day in August. So that was lovely to see. Now, our next band coming up are Braggy Flute Band. This is them playing at their own parade in 2019 and was requested by Stephanie Reid. back again. Anne Lewin says, what would we do without Valerie and Roy? And of course, Lisa. And I just have to say, I haven't got a chance to say this to Roy and Lucy yet. A lovely couple who watch our show regularly landed at my house yesterday with a beautiful, beautiful thank you card. I'll have to get hold of it and let you hear what they said and express their thanks. And I have to tell you, Roy, there was chocolate in with it, but there's no chocolate left now. Sorry. Can't share that. But thank you very much to everyone. It's not the first time that someone has done that for me. Someone did leave a thank you card and a box of cores, which again, Roy, sorry, there was nothing left to share. He's holding up his bar of chocolate. Yeah, but this was nice. But thank you for all your good wishes. Like Roy and I thoroughly enjoy doing it. We were talking the other night, and Roy says he's actually going to miss it whenever we're not doing it. On to our next band. Our next band is yes, you did. You did say that. You know you said that. Keith Quigley requested a little bit of Castle Dawson, so this is them on the 12th of July in 2016. Is that it? Is that all we have?
That's all.
It was really, it sounded really, really good. Gillian Douglas says the Fritz and Jones were playing at a nursing home this morning, and Jensen said one of them fancied him. And quite right too, Jensen. I have seen photographs of you, and you're a very handsome young man. That's all I can say. If I could get rid of my hubby, Jensen, how do you and me fancy hooking up, huh? I would let you do your press ups in front of the band, I have to say.
Jensen, just remember the little thing from Grange Hill that you'll be too young to remember. Just say no.
So this is the lovely little thank you card, which was so appreciated. I was absolutely touched. And they said, hi, Valerie, just a little note to say how much we, because I don't want to embarrass anyone, enjoy our weekend virtual parades. The Orange Karaoke was absolutely superb. Your idea of doing these shows, I am sure, has kept a lot of people seeing during these weeks of lockdown. I don't know about anybody else, but it certainly kept me seeing. Your presentation of the shows each week is really brilliant, as you have a great rapport with your audience. So what you really mean there is that they like to abuse me, that they like to give me grief. But that's okay, because I like to give it back. Keep up the good work, Valerie, and hopefully soon we will be able to get back to parading. And thanks also to Roy and Lisa for all their work behind the scene. I know, don't tell them I said this, but I would be absolutely lost without them. So, on to our next band. Wonderful flute band here, and wonderful tune chosen by Richard McDonald. Richard, where are you at today? God knows what part of the country you're travelling in.
He's probably in a hub. He wasn't called Gorm because he Pride of the Main didn't parade, but they played on the green, so he'd done it, and then he's probably out in a huckle.
Ah, okay. So this is one called Black Rainbow, which is a combination of Black Beauty and Over the Rainbow, and it is played by Clocker Protestant Boys, and this is them at East Belfast Parade in 2018. So I was just looking there. We had one of those spammers in there. I think there's also a troll there, Roy. I just was scrolling through. I saw a flash of a trickler. If we could get rid of that there as well, that would be fantastic. Maybe I can do it from here. So now let's take a look. They talk about right. Well, I've got it. I think, yeah, I've got it and I've deleted it. You know, like they talk about tolerance and respect and equality and all that kind of stuff. And then you get comments like those. So we don't bother with those at all. Now, where are we going to? Samuel is watching in Airdrie. Let me see. I'm repeating comments here. I've got too far back. Yeah, Gillian says that I would give Henson back after half an hour. Do remember that I'm mother of a teenager. I've been there. I've been through all that. So teenager, I think I could swap you Jensen for a teenager any day. Yeah, I guarantee you'd be looking to swap back first. Dane, Rachel and the boys are watching a Ballymoney. Good afternoon. Lovely to have you with us. Mabel has been missing this today, says Anne. Naomi says, thanks for organising these virtual band parades these past weeks. Not a problem. It's keeping me sane. Absolutely. Rena says, Rena Barton is watching from Motherwell there. There was another clip. Yes. I realised after I said it how bad that sounded. That, you know, very cougar-like. As David pointed out, I didn't mean it that way at all. That's not how it was meant whatsoever. Okay. Oh, you just say these things without realizing how they actually sound. So quickly on to our next band. Our next band is something slightly different. This is a concertina band from Liverpool. This was requested by Carl Sullivan and is Star of Toxteth. something completely different there. And I've been talking to one of the members over Facebook and private messenger, and hopefully when they are in Belfast next, I'll maybe get a chance to meet up with them and try one of them, because I'd love to try one of them. Now, let's go back to a few more comments. Keith is listening in from Limavady. Andrew wants to know, is there any Market Hill bands coming up, because he's watching from New York. I do believe there may be a Kilclunny on the list, if that's close enough for you to Market Hill. Evelyn says her mum was in that band that talks to the band, Evelyn. Oh, that's wonderful. Edward says he has a few friends in Talks to Star. Winky loves the glorious sound of the bands. You had actually asked me, let me just scroll back there, Winky, you had actually asked me to say hello to your kids. They are Maddox, Evie, and Mia. Hey, hope you're enjoying the bands. Make sure you tell your daddy you want to join bands when you grow up, okay? Oh, there's going to be parents just looking out to throttle me at times. Now, Ernie is watching from King Billy's home in Holland. Well, near his house in 1690. God bless you all back home. Kenny Dunnigan wants to know, is there any Larne bands? I can't remember. Brian Malkin asking for anything from Acavilla Accordion Band from Margaret Elder in Armagh. Unfortunately, I don't believe Acavilla are one of the ones on our list. I don't think anyone sent me in a clip for today. Today is all about clips that you have sent me for the 12th day. And I did warn you at the time that if you didn't send me in a clip, then your band wouldn't be featured. We have 79. We are at number 33, 32. Oh, my goodness. Ronnie said we had a Piper lead our lodge to the War Memorial this morning in Portrush, and thanks to Piper Jeffrey Morrow. Yes, an awful lot of Orange Lodges were having services this morning at their local war memorials, which is lovely. Like, although the 12th is cancelled as we normally know it, our 12th itself and our reasons for doing it are not cancelled, and it's been really very evident in the way that has been shown across the province and further afield. Now, our next band, someone was asking about a pipe band. So here you go. This, Sammy Bones has requested this one. This is the Grove Pipe Band in 2019 on this very day. Right, my mum says you look so bored.
I am just absolutely knackered. I hardly slept last night. I think the best sleep I got was from between 5 o'clock and 10 to 6, and then that was me up at 6, and then had a busy day. I've done a lot of walking and driving. I'm not bored.
That's just the way he looks all the time.
It's just trying
Roy-
to concentrate. It's just trying to concentrate between the live stream here, the Facebook stream here with the comments, the YouTube stream up there, and trying to judge what tune Valerie's going to pick next, or if she's going to decide to skip tunes, or if she's going to decide to be quick in between tunes, or whatever it may be.
It's okay, Roy. Don't worry about it in the slightest, because my mum always used to say that I wouldn't even look at her when I was in the band, that I always looked so snobby and so fed up. I was concentrating just exactly
Well,
as
I'd
you're
have to
doing.
agree. Every clip I've ever seen of you in a band,
We had rules. Rules are there to be adhered to.
rules are there to be broken.
So our next band is we if you can if Roy needs to go to the bathroom.
Yes, and I had said to Valerie during the last clip, as when we get to the next talking bit, I'm going up to the bathroom because you can cover it. But no, she's going to. So we'll go with the next clip.
Go to the next clip, and then if you can hold on, you can go to the bathroom after the clip after this, because it's a nice long one. Would that do?
Because this clip's not long.
No, this clip's a nicely short one. This was requested and sent to us by Jennifer McAllister. This is Craig and E accordion band playing at Rosnoila last year. And if you watch very carefully, you might even see somebody you know in the lodge behind them. And that is it. Short and sweet. Absolutely short and sweet. The next clip, and I'll go to it quickly, Roy, just in case you are crossing your legs very tightly there, is a clip requested by William Callahan. William was out with this band this morning. It is Ballantyre, and this is them at their own parade in 2019. It starts off quite dark, but as they come into the village, you get to see it a little bit more, so bear with it. Ballantyre there. You have never seen anyone rise up off their seat as quickly as Mr. McPeak did at the other end. I should have really kept him talking for a few more tunes, shouldn't I? Just for badness. Let's see what our comments are. A few more comments in there. Nicola is shocked at the idea of me ever being accused of being snobby. And I totally agree. Why anyone would think I was snobby? Like, I mean, have you met me? Like, seriously? And we
Yes.
noticed, my mum noticed.
I've met you.
Yeah, well, not snobby. Enemy's a bit quiet. My mum noticed herself on, well, she was on her scooter because she suffers from COPD, so she can't walk great distances, but is determined to still walk with the lodge. So she stole my dad's scooter, hers as electric scooter. So we've renamed it the Prodmobile, and we've been spending quite a few 12s trying to figure out how we could get, optics fitted to the back of the seat for refreshments. But she was on that as well. Now, Wally is watching from Johnston and Renfrewshire. Walter says great selection of accordion bands. Many more to come, Walter, so stay tuned. Edward Fellows says, if I've been talking to Mr. Sullivan from the Star, he also plays the pipes. I don't know what it is about me and wind instruments. I just don't think I have enough air. That's the problem. Moving on very quickly before there's any smart comments.
Too much hot air. You need colder air, you see, to play wind instruments. Not hot air.
I just
You've
don't
got
have
that in
enough.
abundance.
I don't have enough. This was requested by Cindy McGill and also Ian Kennedy, this next band, superb band. This is them playing in the evening on the return in East Belfast. This is Black Skull in 2014. Fantastic band. However, there are other lyrics available for that song. Another brilliant band coming up. This next band are from East Belfast, so should keep everyone there happy. This was requested by Rebecca Marks and is the Gertrude Star, playing at Kilkenny Parade in 2016. Lots of people there talking about the little bass drummer out in front of the band. I believe that is little Kai Griffin, whose dad, Sturdy, is the leading drummer. That was 4 years ago. Yeah, so Kai is a whole lot bigger now. Not as small and as cute as he used to be. Now, back to the accordion bands. Chris Bartley sent us this little clip. This one is of Derry Fubble Accordion playing at Portadown True Blues Parade in 2019. Sash and Derry's Walls there, probably the most played tune today, well, on the 12th of July than any other, and what better time to play it. The next band, I believe, also play it, though I may be wrong, but Adam Livingston sent us this clip. This is Portadown Defenders, Old Boys, and Portadown Defenders current band on the 13th of July in Portadown before they head to Scarva. It's just as well those guys weren't trying to parade under COVID conditions, because putting that band in ranks of 3 would mean you were watching it until tomorrow. Little bit of silver next to change the sound going into our eardrums. This is Killalay Silver Band playing at Ballyray Boyne Defenders Parade in 2018. Sass bag again? Ah, sorry. I heard the music stop, so I wasn't sure. I know this may come as a shock to you, because you'll never have heard that tune played before today. We haven't had it on the show yet. That was the Sash. I really should go through all these clips afterwards and just count out how many times we're hearing the Sash today. But listen, these are all your choices, and I promised I would play your videos that you sent to us. So this is absolutely what you're getting. Now, the next band were requested by 2 of the Balance family, who are synonymous with this band. Craig and Joy, who I know is married into the family, both requested a clip from Bourne Young Defenders. I went for Joy's choice of clips. She chose this clip from the 12th of July morning in 2018, as she said, they're up doing their stuff when most other people are still in bed. superb from more young defenders. Now, our next band were one of the only 2 bands that I saw today. This clip was requested by William McCluskey, Willie McCluskey. I hope you are watching, Willie. This is Pride of the Band, and this was them playing in 2000 and I'm not sure. It definitely wasn't last year, but I'm not sure what year it is. But I know it's in the 12th day. If any of you know the name of that wee tune, can you let me know in the comments? The next one is definitely not the Sash. Joshua Morris sent us in this little clip of Dunloy Accordion Band. This is them playing at the traditional Star Corner stop-off just before finishing the parade in 2019. to hear a tune other than the sash today. I genuinely going to have to count the number of times we're listening to the sash today. So we're sitting at 2.5 hours. Our next band up on our list are one of the Market Hill bands. Someone had requested it, a Market Hill band earlier. And this is Kilclooney Volunteers, requested by Richard McDonald. And this is them playing in Scarva in 2019. Now, where are we going to go next? I've lost my place in my list. A little bit of pipes now for us. This is Bestbrook Crimson Arrow, requested by Lisa Gates, an old friend of mine from my Dunloy days. Superb drum major. And I believe Lisa is doing drum major in this next clip. This is them in Scarva in 2019. We short clip there of Bestbrook Crimson Arrow Pipe Band playing. Now, we are going to go very quickly into our next band because I'm really conscious of flute. Amir McBride, I hope you are watching. This was Northdown first flute band that you requested, and this is them in 2018. Now, what do we need next? We need a little bit of the Shankle today. This is them playing last year on their 12th parade. The Sons of Ulster Shankle playing in 2019. Great sounding band there and playing well on the 12th day last year. Oh, to have seen them all on the 12th day this year would have been fantastic. But we are making do. We are getting through. We are doing our very best. We are marching our culture, our match. We are celebrating our culture. Can't speak. We are celebrating our culture as well as we can under the conditions. And to be honest, I think we're doing a damn good job of it. I don't care what anybody says. Now, our next band is playing at a concert here. Christina Beacom, I hope you are listening. This is Lisbela Accordion Band playing in concert in 2019. list below there playing extremely well. Now, I think it was Carl, possibly somebody commented out that the next band have been out for 4 hours today. Yes, Robert, this parade is longer than the reroute at Belfast 12 many years ago. You are totally right. And there's still more to come. The next one of which was requested by Nicola McAnany. Hope you're watching. This is East Belfast Protestant Boys. You would think the number of times that it's played that they would know the words, not the band, but the crowd. Could someone please take them in hand and teach them the damned words? Now, the next band, once these guys are played, I don't care who else comes after this, because my 12th day are not complete unless I have heard this band. It is, of course, the wonderful Balrasheen Protestant Flute Band. And this is them on the Black Saturday morning in 2011. There, that's my day complete now. I've heard them. I'm away. No, of course not. There's still a few more bands to play, so stick with us, folks, because there's a few more here. Now, the next band is an accordion bag requested by Heather Watterson. This is the Parkinson Accordion Band on Belfast at the 12th day, and this is them on the return route home. There we go. I'm afraid that's all we have of Parkinson for our clip. It was a very, very short clip. So let's move swiftly on to our next band. Quite a lot of comments coming through there. They're not through onto my laptop there. I saw them on my mobile phone. So I'll get them when they come through the laptop. I would like to, our next band are for Kenny McAfee. No, sorry, they're not. It's for Carl Savage. This is Newton Ard's Melody playing in London, and they have a fantastic sound in this clip. Which in there you've never heard before? I told you there was a lot of them. I did warn you. You can't say I didn't warn you. Now, our next band. Someone mentioned them earlier on that they were watching Red Hand Defenders Newton Stewart. So Kyle Gailey, you had asked or sent in this clip of them. Please don't let it be the sash. Please. Have I? Oh, sorry. Kenny, apologies. Kenny McAfee requested this clip of Money Dig. This is them at Scarva in the 2014. However, my plea is still the same. Please don't let it be the sash. Money Dig there playing extremely well down the Demi in Scarva. Now, we're going to go to Red Hand Newton Defenders. Red Hand Defenders, Newton Stewart now. As Will Mullen says he's just home from visiting the Boyne today. Can he request the sash? I don't think we've played it yet, Will. We can maybe manage to scoot at least one rendition of it in before the end of the show. But Kyle, you had requested this clip. This is them in their anniversary parade at 2019. I don't think it is the sash. Very, very short clip there of Newton Stewart because we're trying to rattle through all of these tunes before Roy falls asleep up there and I wreck the house from hearing another sash.
I've just had a knock at the door there. My tea's ready.
Your tea's ready? Oh, that's even more important than anything else. We'll rattle through these as quickly as we can, but I do want to play all the ones that were requested. Do remember today's clips are purely your requests. The clips that we have got, we have included in the show today. So the next one was requested by Mark Anderson. Mark requested a little bit of Money More Bible and Crown Defenders, which I'm happy to include because they still use the brass shell drums. Few questions coming through there. Tail says this day is now made that he heard his old bad Red Hand Defenders Newton Stewart. Glad to hear it. And also they weren't playing the sash, which was wonderful. Nice change. Mary Cordero asked, could we maybe have a blast of 30 seconds of Lambeg drum? Mary, we cannot, for the simple reason that today's show is made totally up of clips that you all sent us. And nobody sent us a clip of the Lambegs. Now, the rules are the rules, Mary. We've got to stick to the rules. Courtney's Aston, has clock accordion been played? Yes, they have. And you missed them, Courtney, which is just not good enough. Robert says the United game is on soon. Robert, you have just gone vastly down in my estimations. Vastly down. So let's stop that conversation in its tracks. Move to South Fermanagh. Keith Anderson asked for a quick clip of South Fermanagh Loyalist Flip Band. And this is what he sent me. It's the 12th of July in Enniskillen. South Fermanagh loyalists there. And Keith, I hope you enjoyed that one. Little bit of accordion now. I was just looking at my messages and they've sent me their 12th video, so I'll share that with everyone post-programme. But Sammy Bones requested Staffordstown Accordion. This is them playing at the Dunning Parade in 2012. Just a wee short clip there of Staffordstown playing away. I have to admit, I was answering some texts on my phone. Were they playing the sash? Did I hear the strings of the sash? Roy, tell me. Roy got his dinner brought to him. I'm sitting here starving.
Yeah, if people hang on.
What is it they say? I would eat a leg of a scabby dog. And Roy's sitting there with his dinner. Thank goodness we haven't smell-o-vision. Now, Raymond Newell earlier on had made a comment. He says that he had sent me a clip of Oma Tree Blues that he hoped that it was included. Of course, Raymond. The only clips that I haven't included are where they're duplicate clips or where multiple people have asked for the same band or something like that there. And I hope I haven't missed any, but I was getting them in 14 different methods and ways, between messages to my personal page, messages to the band's forum page, comments on various different forums. So I hope I have got all of them. If I have missed your clip, I do apologize. But I've done my best to get all of them in. But, you know, if I've missed one, not everybody's perfect. So the next band is Oma Tree Blues. This is them playing in 2013. Raymond, I hope you're still tuned, ready for your clip. I think that finished really abruptly there. Wasn't expecting that.
It's still going.
That was. Oh, it's still going.
Just the volume went down. That's it now.
Now we're finished. I lost the music there and I thought that clip was finished. Apologies for talking over it, Raymond, but hopefully you enjoyed that one. Carl Robinson also sent us a clip. He sent us a clip of the Imperial Corps of Drums. This is from the 12th of July in Liverpool in 2016. say that's a band that I absolutely love listening to. And the next band is a band that Roy loves listening to. I wonder who that could possibly be, Roy.
Oh, just the wee Blue Devils themselves. Pride of the Main.
Sure is. This is them in 2018 at their own parade. Love that wee tune from Pride of the Main. Really, really catchy. Now, the next clip was requested by Joan Sullivan. We're coming very close to the end. We've only the 3 clips left. So thank you for sticking with us if you've lasted to now. And we hope you've enjoyed it. And also, just at this point in time, wanted to thank all the members of the public. And I've seen so many bands posting on social media, thanking the members of the public for listening to their request, staying distant from the band, staying in their own gardens and whatever all that they have asked them. And we, as bands people, we really, really do appreciate that, because it makes life much easier for us. Though I'm sure there will be someone criticizing somewhere. It's just the way of the world. So Joan Sullivan had asked a long, long time ago to ensure that I included a clip from the next band on our 12th programme. This is the Vets in Corby. Completely different sound there from the Vets, but extremely enjoyable. Really enjoyed listening to that. Now, down to our penultimate tune. Sharon did this little clip for us, and you can hear lots of her shouting within it. But Linda Neely requested Ballywoolen Flute Band. This is them on the 12th of July in Coleraine in 2012. And I have this odd feeling Sharon, who took the video, might know some people in the band. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong mouse. I used this one instead of the other one. I think it's a wonderful clip because it just shows the joy that is given to the spectators when they see family and friends parading on the 12th day itself. Now, do not forget to join us tomorrow night back at our usual time of 8 o'clock when we will be doing a lot of looking back of clips from Scarva over the various years and featuring bands from Scarva over that time. So we hope you'll join us. It will be a much shorter show. It's just going to be our normal hour and a half-ish. We can never say any short at any certain time because it just depends how long I talk. But I am finished talking for this evening.
There is one special clip tomorrow night I think that'll make everybody worthwhile tuning in for.
Oh, yes. Roy has found a really, really good clip for our show tomorrow night. Someone put a comment on there. John put a comment on there. He said his ears are buzzing. Well, that is exactly what we would like to have achieved from today's show. It's been a marathon, but then again, the 12th day always is for all of us. It's a full long day, and I don't know about you, but when I go home, my ears are buzzing, my feet are sore, my legs are killing me, but I'm happy. I hope this has gone some way to making you guys happy today. From all of us here at Ulster Bands Forum, we hope you have a wonderful 12th. Be safe for the rest of your night. And we're going to finish off with the one and only Shangle Boys singing The Sash.
as we march up and down on the roads of 42. Our drums they will blather like the thunder, and as the day grows near we'll put a convenient heart and fear. We're the bold of heroes of all. In Dublin there's a man and he says he has a plan. He has 10,000 men or more they say, but then we need not mind further, all have fame and blame. We're the bold of heroes of all. As we march up and down on the roads of 42, our drums they will blather like the thunder, and as the day draws near we'll put a convenient heart with fear. We're the bold of heroes of all. In Humber there's a man, like his name is Headstrong. He lives on the outskirts of Humber. He says the day will come, he'll stick his foot through our big drum. We're the bold of heroes of all. As we march up and down on the roads of 42, our drums they will blather like the thunder, and as the day draws near we'll put a convenient heart with fear. We're the bold of heroes of all. Then up comes a pope with the shovel up his foot, and he says, boys, go no farther. We'll tighten up the rope and we'll stretch King Billy's throat, and he never